The world may wish to ignore the war and wish that it would go away, but it is not going to go away. Instead, it has given birth to what the West chooses to call terrorism. We can condemn these acts, but when people are driven into a corner, they cannot be too particular about how they fight back. Bereft of the sophisticated weapons possessed by their attackers, they have to make do with the primitive weapons that they can devise. Telling them that such acts as suicide bombings are immoral and that their victims are little children will not stop them. After all, when the bombs and rockets of the Israelis hit them, no amount of scientific precision will stop the Palestinian children, the old and the sick, the non-combatants from being maimed and killed. The Palestinians are terrified by these attacks. To them, the terror they feel is real, and therefore their attackers are to them as much terrorists as they are accused of. State terrorism is no less terrifying than those by irregulars. In Gaza, the indiscriminate bombings, rocketing, and bulldozing of homes while the occupants were still in them obviously terrified the people. The terrifying attacks against civilians must be considered acts of terror as well. Is there much difference between non-combatants being killed by suicide bombers than those being killed by bombs dropped from above, by rockets fired from distant and invisible sites, or by armored bulldozers destroying homes and killing the people in them? 2001, the World Trade Center was attacked, allegedly by terrorists. I'm not sure now that Muslim terrorists carried out these attacks. There are strong evidences that the attacks were staged. If they can make a bata, they can make anything. Killing innocent people to provide an excuse for war is not new in the United States. But whether real or staged, the 9/11 attacks have served the United States and Western countries very well. They have the excuse now to mount attacks on the Muslim world. Apart from the invasion of Afghanistan and Iraq, the world's Muslims, all 1.6 billion of them, have been essentially declared to be terrorists who must be subjected to all kinds of indignities to prove that they are terrorists. Today, the world is made to feel insecure. Everyone must fight the war against terror. Billions of dollars are being spent to counter terrorism. Air travel, in particular, has been greatly affected, with governments and airlines losing billions of dollars from the decline in air travel. Just when the counter-terrorist measures seem to be working, a new incident has shown that security of air travel has not been achieved. New measures, which added greatly to the cost and the inconvenience to airlines and air travelers, have been introduced. But there could still be a chink in the armor. The desperate terrorists may find yet another way to outsmart the security measures. Scan their shoes, confiscate bottles of cosmetics, search their underpants, scan their bodies, do whatever. But when people feel death is better than living under oppression, living without freedom and honor, the threat of the attacks will always be there. For the people who are responsible for the creation of the State of Israel For the people who sustains it with their moral, financial, and military support, there can be no security. The danger of being attacked or killed anywhere in the world will always be there. If they choose to make every Muslim a terror suspect, they will have to accept that they have 1.6 billion enemies lurking in every corner of the world. But if they choose to eliminate the primary cause of the present violence and indiscriminate killings, then there is a good chance that the world will become secure again, that they can go anywhere in the world without fear of being blown up, kidnapped, or simply being shot. The world needs to take cognizance of this, the root cause, that is the fate of the Palestinians. The world must be concerned about their sufferings. The world must remedy these ailments. Some might think this would be giving in to blackmail. Well, conventional war, attacking a country, is also blackmail. Give in or be killed and destroyed. Give in or the nail fist will keep on hammering you. That is blackmail too, and you will pay the price for ignoring it. The Jews have always found refuge in other lands. It is true that in Europe they have often been persecuted, confined to ghettos, and even massacred periodically. But whenever they were persecuted in Europe, they had always found safe havens in Muslim countries. They have been there where they have lived, practicing their own religion and prospering from their financial and business skills. But when they acquire the country for themselves, they reject non-Jew immigrants. Worse still, they would not allow the people whose country, land and properties they have seized to even return to their homes. That these people are the same people who have given them refuge from persecution in the past seems to mean nothing to them. In seizing the land of the Palestinians to create a homeland for the Jews, the West has launched the longest and the biggest guerrilla war of liberation. The West has made a grievous mistake by doing this. It is continuing to perpetuate this mistake by supporting a state that is leery of international practices and laws.